Good afternoon, my learners. Standing before you is Mr. Wambi Eric. Welcome back to our second session. This afternoon, I'll take us through writing minutes of a meeting. And I want to think that some of you may have an idea on how to write these minutes. For those that do not have an idea, for starters, I will take you through writing these minutes. By definition, I would say that minutes are a formal recording of the deliberations of a meeting written by the minute secretary. So let's look at some of those important things that actually you need to know when writing these minutes. Rule number one, they must be written in the past tense. Why am I saying this? This is because they are to be read in future time. Number two, they must only capture important parts of the meeting. That is to say, resolution, way forward, and whatever has been agreed upon. Thirdly, I don't expect you people to record debates or arguments of the members. Number four, don't mention names of participants when capturing these minutes. In fact, we can only mention the names of the participants if they have been assigned tasks or roles they must perform in those various meetings. And then, of course, the fifth aspect is you must at all times use formal, acceptable language. I don't expect you people to actually capture slangs, those jargons and other informal expressions when writing these minutes. The other thing is, again, still even contractions are not allowed. Please see to it that actually you must capture everything in full. The proverbs, the idioms, and other figurative expressions as well are not encouraged because these minutes are meant to be objective and factual. And of course, they must be free from any other form of exaggeration or personal prejudice, as you can see from this slide here. So let's look at the format of writing minutes of a meeting. First things first, you must begin by writing the heading. And we are saying that our heading must capture the aspect of minutes. It must go ahead and capture the date, as you can see on the slide, the day, the time and venue. An example of how best we can write our title is as follows. So my title for this afternoon, I actually chose Senior 4A. So let's begin by writing our title by saying Minutes of Senior 4 Class Meeting held on 3rd April 2019 in the main hall at 3 p.m. So when we are done with that title, the next thing is to look at the attendance. And we are going to say that our attendance is subdivided into 4 aspects. We shall begin by looking at the first aspect. This actually is a list of the members who are present. We are going to begin by listing those members, beginning with the first character, who happens to be none other than the chairperson. Then the last person in that list is the secretary. Number 2, when we're done with that attendance, we look at the members who are absent with apology. Of course, here we look at those ones who are unable to attend the meeting, but they sent their apologies to the chairperson. So here the secretary actually must capture those names. Then, of course, after that, we have those actually who didn't attend and they didn't send their apologies. So the list goes on and on like that. Then the other fourth aspect under attendance is members in attendance. And I want to think that under this section here, these are not members who are part of that particular meeting. I want to look at that list as a list of those well-wishers who are called in. So if you look at our school setting, I want to think of the head teacher, the director of studies, the deputy headmaster, can fall under that list of members in attendance. We may actually invite them to come in and give us their expertise for that matter. So when we are done with the attendance, the next item we shall look at is agenda. And we are saying that our agenda is a list of important aspects or points to be discussed in the meeting. So for you to get actually the full marks, see to it that actually in your agenda, you must capture the 6 aspects so that you qualify for the 6 marks for content. Let's move ahead and look at the actual minutes. Others may call it the proceedings of the meeting. So we are saying that this should be taken in summarized form, item by item. And we are, of course, we're saying that our body of the minutes must begin with opening prayer. Number 2, communication from the chairperson, as you can see. Then number 3, of course, we would expect that after the chairperson has spoken, there must be reactions to his communication. And any other business coming, following that line of thought. And when you're done with that, let's look at signing off or our ending. So we're going to say that it's very important that we actually create such dashes and of course indicate the titles of the secretary and the chairperson. Now, if you're having the meeting for the first time, my learners don't sign, but just make the provision of the dashes and the titles for the chairperson and secretary. But in real life, you can only sign this if you're actually going to meet for the second time. And members must agree that whatever the secretary captured under the minutes, it's actually what transpired before they are signed. So for exam purposes, just to make sure that you only draw the lines and the titles, as you can see from this slide here. I actually have a sample for you here, and the question is, you held a class meeting and discussed academic issues. You discussed issues rather concerning academic excellence and social relations. Write the minutes of the meeting. Like I had said, it must capture the title. So here is our title. It must also capture the group that is meeting. Here we have our senior 3 class that is meeting. The date, as you can see, 24th February 2019. And then the venue, senior 3 class, and then the time. So with this alone, you qualify for your marks for format, for the title. Okay, from there you actually have your list of attendance, and like I said, you begin with your attendance. You begin with members who are present. Like I said, the first character has to be the chairperson, and then the last character here must be the secretary. After that, you go to the list of members who are absent with apology. Then members who are absent with that apology, as you can see, and those in attendance. Like I said, then our agenda, like I said, see to it that the minimum should be 6 aspects under agenda. But for my example here, it has 7 aspects. So with this, let's now go to the actual minutes. So the minutes must actually break those aspects of the agenda. If you go back to our slide of the agenda, you will actually realize that the first item on the agenda is the opening prayer. And you can see the chairperson calling members to order and requesting the leader to lead us through the prayer, which she did it. Then the minute 2 of the very month of February and the year, we have our communication with the chairperson. He actually welcomes members to the meeting, and actually he thanks them for adhering to his call. He goes ahead to discuss issues which include academic excellence, social relations, discipline, among others. He goes ahead to urge members to work harder, since it's actually a promotional term. He goes ahead to stress that being a promotional year, members must actually work so hard to see to it that actually they are promoted. And then, of course, he goes ahead in his communication to encourage class members to be disciplined, to avoid expulsion, as you can see. And of course, finally, he thanked members for having listened to him. and then he declares the meeting open, as you can see from this slide. Minute 3 rather, of /2 2019, we see the reaction to the chairperson's communication. You can see a member called Kasemere Adrian thanking the chairperson for his communication. He goes ahead actually to appreciate the advice given. We also see another member coming in on Beke Daniel, wanted to know whether the cut-off aggregates would be maintained. Of course, when that actually has been brought in, we also have the other fourth aspect is review of the minutes. And this is actually one part that is done by the minutes secretary. As you can see, they were read, corrections made, then members approved them as a true copy of what had actually transpired during their discussion, as you can see from the slide. Then matters arising and their way forward. You can see a member encouraging members to read so hard to avoid actually being chopped off, as is the matter. You can also see another member thanking the members for being cooperative, and he goes ahead to encourage them to maintain their unity, as is the case. And our closure. Of course, our meeting actually came to an end at 6 p.m. as you can see, with a closing prayer said by Kasemere Adrian. And as you can see, there is that provision of the chairperson. Like I said, for some purposes, just make these provisions here and don't sign. And I'm thinking maybe as a follow-up activity, you feel free and visit our e-light platform. The address is there. As a sign up, stay safe and please stay at home.